That's right, everybody. It's time for more. We're in our off season here, but perhaps not. Ooh, what have we got here? The game, the balloon game. It's that weird little blue pixel in the water there. But if you lose, maybe you'll be sad. Thank you. Alright, so what's the deal? Choose to pop 1, 2, or 3 balloons. The one that explodes the last balloon loses. I getcha. Okay, so there's like some sort of a trick to this. Yeah, okay, if you hit 5 balloons, you're kind of stuck in a situation where you cannot win because the AI can always choose to force you into a position where, yeah, where you have to take the last one. So I gotta think about this a little bit better. Okay, so how much are we? We're starting at 13, I believe. Okay, so we're down to 10. So we want to put ourselves into a position where we're forcing our enemy to be able to take 5. So we have 10 left. We need to leave ourselves with 9, basically. So just press 1. And now there are 7. So we can force ourselves, we can force our opponent's hand from here, basically. And yeah, it's not actually that hard. You do just have to understand the basic trick there. Unfortunately, this fellow is very upset with this particular string of occurrences, and we are now fighting this next version of Burnt. I'm not sure what it's called. Let's see if we can get some info on it. Valzong Burnt. Weakness to metal. Okay. Well, yes, I as well. When I hear some heavy metal music, I don't know. Why am I dropping into that sort of voice? That level of accent. What a colossally silly thing to do. Anywho. Hooray, fairly easy fight that I guess is slightly harder than average, but we did get a necktie. And everybody seems to be flipping out a little. Such panic. I mean, wow. Anyway. I thought they'd be freaking out about the fact that we seemingly just murdered the one other dude over there. But you can't sleep, the clowns will eat you. Wait. No, that's something different. Oh, I thought it said we should have closed this place. Damn, I guess my brain was not functioning properly. I was thinking too many Shadow the Hedgehog words. You definitely should turn away from... Waiting for him to finish what? Hurling? I don't know. An old roller coaster that wasn't even finished. Oh, I got you. That's why the guy was going to hurl, is because the roller coaster. All the little animations for the stuff in the overworld are quite fun. I do like the engines, huh? Ah, I see. I got you. That makes sense because it's Well, I keep calling it a duck, so I guess swan boat kind of thing, eh? Just think of the one bit in Futurama where Fry gets on a swan that he says is a swan boat, and he's like, oh, that explains these boat eggs. Boat egg. What a phrase. Does your boat have eggs? So I'm assuming that all of these panels also, like, all point in basically the same direction, yeah? Which means that I'm not quite sure how to get to that other balloon over there to grab what I'm sure will be some very interesting piece of meat. In order to get that one. Whoa, hey. Is that invisible? Oh, burns. At least we can get around to this thing pretty easily. And we found an inspiration by watching this balloon pop, huh? Where... Object that's utilizable in combat. Yes, that's very helpful. Truly, there are a non-zero number of them. Don't know what kind. It's damage, all right, though. I getcha. So hold up. First of all, I haven't gotten at all these items yet, and second of all, we can't go in the boss's office yet, apparently. And thirdly, I haven't seen any enemies show up yet. Is that just, like, encounter rate being low, or are these guys lying to me about the monsters? The aliens and monsters that are attacking Gordon Freeman's place. Wait, no, that was last game, sorry. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the prospect of dealing with boat eggs. Okay, wait. I did actually get into a fight on the thing last time. And by last time, I mean last session total. When we were in the Dead End Zone. And you have to go up the meat falls to find the things. Yeah, that fight does have a... That boat does have a fight on it. Or that I did get into a fight on that boat, I suppose. Oh, I'm not done yet? That's fair. I wasn't sure because I was like, wait a second, have I finished or not? Because... Go back to the roller coaster? Okay, yeah. Can I take the... Yeah, okay, so there was a free item there. Cool. Right. I remember that it was off to the left. I thought I talked to all these dudes. Now is it... Did it change? Is it something, like, innocuous that I didn't notice? Me trying out everything just to be absolutely sure. Yeah, did I miss anything in the duck track? Actually, hold up. I never did look at that weird square mark in the water over here to see if it says anything to me. It does not. Huh. Well, that's odd. There's just a tiny little weird blue square there. So I've gotten all the items, I think. Yeah, because I got that one. Is there something over on the... There's got to be something over to the left, right? Now that I think about it, and I don't think I got that. Upper left. Yeah, okay. Say, I hope that's an acceptable way to go. There we go. Ah, shit. Well, at least it didn't kick me out. That's good. The Switch is now title drop. Gotcha. Alrighty. Is this when the game becomes a roller coaster of emotions? That was the joke. Yes. Wow. Wow, okay, nerd. Well, too bad. I'm making fun of you anyway. Well, sir, why are you still here if the roller coaster is closed? Did you get locked in here? I mean, listen, if I could just sit in an amusement park and sleep forever, then sure. But... you know. So far this... Never mind, it's picking up. I was gonna say, so far this is a slow roller coaster. I'd be okay with that, because I've been on a very small number of roller coasters and didn't really feel super happy about it. Hooray, we got a special photo! Oh, that's a pretty good picture. I like that. Anyone else got anything to say? I think everybody's just sort of got the same dialogue. I'll go back up in a second. No worries. I'm just checking out if anybody had anything special to say. Like, hey, good job riding the roller coaster. And nobody did. Nobody wants to say anything like that. So is this statue of Zachary in the... Oh, it's back in this position. Hey. Push it into the corner. Alright, can I make this thing ride with us? The answer appears to be no. Oh, well, we can. Never mind. Alright, well. Come on, dude. Let's go. Do we get an even more special photograph this time? Ooh, I see. He called Zachary the boss, so we gotta go show that to that other guy. And he'll be fooled by this statue into thinking that we know this guy that we've never met before. And certainly I've never purchased any items from... Ooh, wow, okay. Oh, no, sorry. I thought that was outside. My brain switched off. It looks like Bernie from that one. Bernie Sanders is in a movie? Oh, no, I understand the joke. I get the joke. That's the other joke. That... Don't know what might happen. Well... Hey, we found some balls. Set of orbs. Yeah, see, we're both thinking the same. Yep. You're welcome, internet. Taking a quick peek. I didn't think anything would change, but just in case. Well, now we've got some orbs. Wow, okay. Stop that, or don't stop that. That's possible, acceptable too. I'm trying to think if there's a place that we've seen to use the orbs specifically. I mean, plus the other cat is still in the shopping mall, right? Not the judge. Oh. They're consumables, okay. Ah, I see. They give me stats. There's a bit of a mistranslation there because that says max CP. I think it means max SP. Because, yes, I do recall that in older translations, the word skill was translated into English as competency. Or something like that. Or was it competence? It was one of those, but it's very funny. I don't assume anything has changed up here, but let's take a look. Because, honestly, why not? Oh yeah, this is this area. Are we allowed over here yet? No. I assume that this is a thing that we have to do at some point. Oh, I have a necktie, dude. Do I need to equip it? Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Because I gotta actually use the necktie. The Disco Elysium necktie, you know. Yeah, you know, just a baseball uniform with a necktie. Totally normal. These guys don't notice the cat is talking, I guess. Its lips not moving. Yes, you can get toxoplasmosis. Plasmolysis? Fuck. Anyway. I guess the cat's lips aren't moving, so... That's pretty impressive. That's a lot of cat dexterity. It summons a bunch of ghosts. Mm. Ooh, we're on a time limit, huh? Well, I don't know anything about the door code. Hopefully that's something we can deal with later. What kind of HP does Marvin Gersberg here have? 330. That's not too bad. As long as it's just like, hey, kill the 8 ghosts, and that's all I have to worry about, are these dudes in the overworld, that's like super duper easy. Until I discover that these guys have some sort of like stupid ass special move that takes out all of my HPs. They could, for all I know. I probably should check inside those buildings, huh? Do that in a second. These dudes do kind of look like a really bad potato that you've left out for too long. And it started to, like, get a little bit... Yeah. Who are the managers? That's a good question, Mega Man. $18.05. Okay, so we'll go back there in a second. By in a second, I mean whenever I actually get over there. 1805. Oh, did I spell that wrong? I guess I did. Wow, I remembered it wrong. Okay, so it's a different bunker. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense-ish. Alright, let's fight this evil potato again. Oh, yeah? I didn't notice because I admittedly didn't talk to a lot of them because of, me not catching up to them very well. But you're that one. He's freaking out but not turning into a burnt, so at least there's that, I guess. Hey, you. Southeast. Southwest bunker. 1402. Will there be an off sequel? It's gonna explode. Explode. It will explode. Wait. Hey, that's right. I want your money, sir. Probably not, but unfortunately, this game is rude. Yay, we don't have to worry about time anymore. That's good. That's a good question, Mega Man. Cat. Wow, okay. They kicked me out because I had a baseball bat. Nope. Since he named Jaffe, and in addition to being the royal representative he never was, proclaimed himself chief of the Spectres. Yeah, sounds like a real jerk. For this gratuitous violence. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. We got a cat with us. Let me save real quick and get our health and stuff back. And back we go. I just saved like less than 30 seconds ago, game. It's okay. I'm glad they have this many save points, you know? Drawing in the last of his force, he created the library even more beautiful than it previously was. Its height pierced the clouds of smoke. Then he took oh, we don't have the rest of it. Yeah, well, yeah, you can see that it's definitely going up through some smoke, alright. God, the grid makes it look like, oh, hey, whale. The grid kind of looks like the kind that you get for transparency for things in certain image editing programs. And then it's got like this haze effect on it. It looks weird in a certain way that is kind of, well, you might say it looks a little bit off. Easy jokes. Again. Anything special here? Did everything for them like a benevolent protector. He offered them tranquility, security, and diverse ways to be entertained. All of this in a unique burst of generosity. Oh, so it only happened once, and then he turned into a dickhead. Is that what you're saying? For a while, this was good for all, and they profited with joy from this place created for them in the most childlike carelessness. Ran the streets enchanted by... Why is it page 3 and then page 9? I mean, I guess those probably aren't real page numbers per se, but it looks like it, so... I'm sure this is probably one of those cases where, like, if you look at them in the correct order, the story is different. But I'm not smart enough for that. Come on. I probably am. It's just a matter of time that would be involved and, you know, doing it while streaming. I misread on the second page the order of those two words in the second line. I mean, it says nothing else, lets you figure it out for yourself. Yourself. Became cat. Became a cat. Yeah. I see. So, I guess sort of alluding to the fact that the boss of the area became Valerie through some means and turned into a bit of a jerk. And also alluding to the idea that Japhet, I don't know that name offhand, is supposed to be kind of a phoenix sort of idea. So obviously sort of implying that that's what we'll face at the top of the library and kind of why. We're high up, no kidding. Okay, so this is going to have to be a thing. I have to go back and reread these page numbers because I didn't think through this would be a puzzle of that kind, or that it would end with one. I mean, I guess technically I could brute force it, but imagine doing that. Although, man, they really did space this out pretty heavily, huh? But I'm going all the way back down to where we first start to see the backstory pages, which I think is in here. And I'm going to write down the number combinations as I see them. But I am going a little further back just to make sure that I got everything. And also to hit up a save point would probably not hurt, you know? Our Omega fell asleep. Dang. Oh, it woke up. I appreciate that there's just these comically huge whales, by the way. Okay, so this... Right, since we are at the start of the area that was blocked to us, so surely that is indicating that this is where we start having to pay attention to this stuff, right? Unless we do have to go recheck the whole rest of the library and they've been changed or something. Not impossible. It'd be weird, but it's not impossible. So I don't really need any of these clues anymore. So those are all for Area 1. Yeah, see, when I noticed the 2 page 9s at various points, I should have kind of figured at that point, hey, yeah, this is going to be part of a puzzle solution, you ding-dong, but I did not, because of reasons. Tell us number 6? Yeah. Yeah, and if nothing else, the 6-6 should have made me go, oh, yeah, go back, idiot. But I didn't, and ultimately that's fine. We get more experience to make these fights even more trivial. I mean, surely we're up against a boss very soon, so it would help to be even more over-leveled, right? Anyway, our code should be 4, 9, 9, 7, 1, 6, 4, 0. Yep. Ah, here we go. Here's our warp outward at the very end. Lovely panorama, isn't it? I would nearly forget that it's but a video game. And thanks, buddy. Alright, you got anything interesting for us? No, we got Michael Bat here. Got a meat attack. Yes, when you hit somebody in their meat. Right? 2 of these, they confer a smoke element, but I'm sure it'll be fine. 3 aura of perception. Humorous epidermis. I found this humorous. Wait. Take another inspiration, because we've got a fair chunk of cash. I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, no new shirt for the batter. That's fine. I think it is anyway. Oh, see, I was like, what grossness? It's just paint. Right? Hey, get a load of this cat. Yeah, that's what it's starting to sound like, buddy. Cease your paranoid delirium, bro. It's a good phrase. Cease your paranoid delirium, bro. You sorry, nauseating cat. And the bird just starts crawling out of the cat's mouth. Oh, gross. Alright, come on, get out of there, dude. So if this is a boss fight, well, Maybe we gotta wait until we get to the actual boss fight part of it, but otherwise it'd be kind of odd for there to be still this this theme. As opposed to a boss theme, which there've been a couple, so it's not like I think it's too odd for me to be like, hey, yeah. Shouldn't we have one of those? Go on. Oh. And the bird is slowly starting to come out of the cat. I feel bad for the cat. The cat doesn't deserve to be in the middle of all this malarkey, quite frankly. What did the cat ever do to deserve this? It's just rude. I mean, okay, birds are assholes, like, just kind of by default, but the cat didn't do nothing. Very well, Purifier. If such is my fate, I am ready to die. But before that, prepare yourself to see me in my true form. A completely different type of bird. Oh, that's a pretty big bird. But also, it is wearing a dead cat on its head, and that's fucked up. Alright, so show me some numbers. 5,000 HP, second boss, light weakness, smoke, mildly resist plastic. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure our dudes are all outfitted with a smoke weapon, so let's redo the defense down for this, just to make sure that it's actually on. I don't know if we can stack that anymore. And see, I feel like we're at least damage racing decently. Oh, we got poisoned. How severe is poison damage in this? I guess we'll find out. It's an amount, all right. I should probably remove that. You have... Yeah, you have removed poison and sleep. That's helpful. Ah, crippers. Well, you do that. Oh, well, I didn't even need to heal. Good job, me. We got the card of Pisces. We gained a level. Oh, God. We definitely kicked the living shit out of that bird. I mean, I guess it's not surprising, but dang. They showed this bird absolutely wrecked, huh? Yeah, the batter doesn't seem to feel much of anything, period. Unfortunately, no cat rescue for us. I'm sorry, Mr. the Judge. Yeah, we'll save. Done it. And we get to trace back to the small child. Who has this very traumatized looking face. Unfortunately, this also does kind of look like a meme face from Tails Gets Trolled. So nowadays, it's it's kind of become like weirdly funny in a way that it absolutely should not be. Also, literal coughing baby. I'm definitely getting like this sort of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass kind of vibe, I guess. If anybody knows that game offhand, well, there you go. I've mentioned it. The room is still in red, so I assume that we cannot go there. But we can go to Zone 3. So, off we go. And this one is very orange. We're pretty deep into the game. I suppose there is a possibility that we could finish it today. Not necessarily a strong one. I'm expecting this to be a bit long, so I guess we'll find out, though. We enter Zone 3, the land of the factories and the smokestacks. And the music that suggests something a little bit creepy. I'm absenting myself for a minute. Anything going on here? Monorail is free and available to all personnel. Well, that's quite helpful. That thing, because it's crooked, and like the overall look of it, it does kind of look a little bit wrecked. We'll come back to that in a few, though, because we've still got some other stuff to explore. Anything going on here? It's a poster full of stamps. Well, yeah, we take it. It's an RPG. We loot everything. Think your stamped note can help you here, huh? Display at any time by pressing the shift key. Sure can. So, some of these are in different colors, which... Take a bit more of a look at that in a moment. What are we facing here? It's a lot of dudes. Let's auto fight this. I'm sure it'll be fun. Ow. That's a bit harmful. Ooh, yeah, the Alpha Ring is taking a shitload of damage. I'm thinking that fighting this many enemies at once at the start of an area is probably not a good time. Oh, and it warps us outside for that. So this is a type of maze based on doing stuff with that note, I assume. I'm gonna go heal though before I do anything with that. So I guess, yeah, it's kind of fair that it would be trapped a little bit. So are these, like, teleporters? Or is it just like, hey, go in these directions? Position of the car earlier signifies something. Sounds like a load of nonsense, really. But, who am I saying? Okay, yeah, so it's just routing. I should probably have checked that thing on the wall, but I'll see that in a sec. Oh! Hello, Zachary. That's a mask you've put on. Oh.
Meow.
Pablo, huh? Oh, that must be the cat, because it's kind of like an attempt at the cat mask, right?
Meow.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to do like a meow. But he's doing it badly. I see. Chew your meat thoroughly, else you won't get in desert. Wait, no. That's not what it said. Show me the... Now we got 2 of those. Crown of the Dead. Okay, so, once again, just auto through this. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll only be slightly disappointed. I just wanted to read the poster. Oh well. Yeah, getting warped outside is fine. I could use a heal after one of those fights. Plus, again, they're worth experience. It's not like it's a problem. If the fights were worth 0 experience and monies, I would be a little bit more like, ugh. But, you know, as it stands, sure. Okay, so... Can I just keep going left? Yeah. Hey, dude. One, 3, and here's spot number 7, 8, 9. There's no specters under the mattress. Yeah, if you say so. I guess check. You're hiding nothing, huh? Sure about that? You have a ghost under there? Hey, 2 fortune tickets. We'll take some healing. Why not? If you say so. I mean, it is a slightly nerve-wracking place. Yeah, they definitely are. Look at their goofy faces. Oh. Yeah, sure. It's not a grave injury, if you say so. Oh, boy. That guy had what you would politely consider to be an extremely bad time. But again, this is another one of these fights, just auto battle through it. Hey, as long as it doesn't warp me back out, in which case it, it did, I'd be slightly bothered, but by and large, only slightly. Excuse me. Lovely jam, although the end of the battle cuts off really hard because it seems like the ending there is a little bit this music is so subtle at the beginning. Yeah, since you are -1 cat, it's forbidden to bring dessert to bed. Oh, is that what happened to that guy then? He's dead. Yeah, Indeed. I don't know what I was expecting to hear, but I think it was probably just that. Okay. So I guess just look at this again and... See, that one's labeled 0. Oh, unfortunately, you can't go off the track there. That's fine. A warp back will get us a heal. Plus, again, we get more EXPs out of this. I don't mind letting this thing auto-battle through something like this at least a little bit, because we know that we can win these. It may not be our favorite thing to do, but we can do this, you know? It's fine. It's mostly fine. Let me read the sign. No work should not exceed 2 hours. Gotcha. Here we go.
Meow.
Hey, Zach.
Meow.
Take a look in
Meow.
Area 2. Alright, then. Oh, are you trying to slow me down, buddy? Answer yes, of course, but I digress. Zachary's meow does kind of sound a little bit like it's a chunk taken out of a Homestar Runner thing for some reason. That's right. All French people speak Homestar Runner now. I'm not the boss of, well, maybe I should say things that are correct or something, but listen. Besides, it's fine. Mortis Ghost isn't French, he's Belgian. Immediately thinks of Saints Row the Third. One of many games that I would love to play on here, but I would be a little bit too afraid of falling afoul of copyright because of the music used, but like, again, I'll do this, but I feel like there's probably a certain upper limit to which using things that are actual songs as opposed to stuff that uses uncleared samples might get me into some horse shit. So, tragically, that's going to have to continue to exist on the not likely anytime soon burner. Fuck! What do you mean I got off course? Is it because I was stepping over a little bit more? Yeah, pretty much. Like, it would be a bit of a problem because... Are there still random encounters in here? Well, then I've gone a hell of a long time without one showing up. Yeah, like, again... It is sort of a vibe that even though I wouldn't buy a Kanye album nowadays, that's for effing sure, but the game already had to begin with it. Okay, yeah, so I gotta go, like, really tight on that. Well, whatever, let me go and heal, because screw it, we've messed this up enough times at this point. Yes, we were talking about Saints Row the Third. I think you missed it, that I made a reference to the fact that Mortis Ghost... this game, of course, originally was in French, and we're playing it in English because I don't speak French well enough anymore. I gotcha. So, yeah, since the game is in French, but Mortis Ghost is Belgian. So I made a reference to Saints Row the Third because, you know, Philippe Loren. And they spend all that time, you know, you're French. I am Belgian. Yes, and that bit, right? So go make yourself a fucking waffle, yeah. What a fun game. I mean, the game is actually very fun. It sounds like being like, oh yeah, just the one time that Johnny Gat was being mean to the Belgian guy. But dead. Yeah, exactly, right? Ooh, we got ourselves a third ring here. We got add-on Epsilon. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fucking Epsilon from PSO. We did fight. Yeah, we did the mission that had Epsilon in it when we played PSO, so... Me throwing this bit out here. Well... Epsilon, you're going to have to get a piece of backup gear for now. Solid. Oh, I forgot to even equip those to my guys. Okay. I am a fool. So, yeah, all right. You can have the solid symbol, I suppose, whichever one of you that was. But yeah, sorry, I was pretending to have war flashbacks to a fight that really sucked in PSO, which it was a fight that sucked, but calling it war flashbacks seems a little bit extreme, huh? Hey, people have that for real, you know? True. Anyway. Bits aside. And like, is this, you know, again, sort of leaning a little bit on the bit of like, is this bad to say it kind of thing? I sincerely hope nobody's offended at things that I say unless I'm like seriously wildly out of line. I don't mean to denigrate people who have actual war flashbacks. Unfortunately, our language is such that derp-de-derp. You'd greatly prefer dead end in upper management compared to upper management you've experienced, JJ. That sounds extremely fair. Anyway, hold up. I remember there was a shop in Zone 2. Maybe we should go and see if we can get some new gear for our dudes real quick, right? I said zone 2, not zone 1. Oh. Ooh, oh, this is messed up. That's... Ooh, yeah, so this is what happened when we purify the zone, huh? The sign is unreadable. Ooh, maybe we've done something seriously awful. Oh, by the way, I like how the arrow had turned into a question mark. Can we even go back to the shopping mall? The answer is probably no, but let's find out anyway. Yeah, and there's no Zachary here, so fuck it, it's time to leg it back. Well, I guess our guy is just going to have our new hula hoop is just going to be undergeared. Would he be in zone 0? Yeah, because I think we've gone back to zone 0 and it didn't get this level of like, because I guess we didn't properly purify zone 0. It does seem like, by the way, that we have like a slight tinge of green on our, but I don't know if that's just because of like the movement visual effect. It's only when we're moving. Like, we seem like we have a slight bit of color compared to the rest of the zone, which is pure grayscale. And yes, I will put forward an asterisk that I did some research on some stuff with this game ahead of time. Mostly because, again, and by ahead of time, I mean ahead of today's stream. Not ahead of when I started. I went into this knowing basically just what little I had, you know, was acquired through popular culture. But yeah, I had read about this, the thing with the purified zones and everything last night. I just tried to not immediately reveal it because, yeah. Thankfully, the game gave me a reason to, like, put that up. I wonder if there'll be some reason to explore that later. Yeah, pretty much. That's a fair estimate of where we were. It was me knowing about Deadan and, you know, from you and talking about him and him being like that. Shouldn't make so little noise when walking. It's unnatural. Oh, fine. I'll put on the tap shoes instead. Mind you, this is scripted. You had no chance to successfully pull it off. I mean, yeah, I figured as much.
Meow.
And we received a golden flesh, huh? Yeah, I don't know about anything suspicious, but do you have, like, a shop that you can let me, acquire some equipments?
Meow. Meow.
It's pretty good. I like it. Like I said, my immediate thought though was that it sounds like something trimmed out of a Homestar Runner. And I think it's just because it sounds so like rounded. Hey, he's got a shop open. Heck yeah. And obviously that is like far from a negative thing because I do love me some Homestar, some Hamstray, you know. Ooh, we had some Aura of Grandeur. Grandeur. And the Minwu tunic. Ooh, we got a new color. The color of hatred. Yes, we are in pure white, and I've seen... Listen, something, it's a joke about Klansman robes. Which is probably an extra level of terrible, but hey, wow, that boosts all of our stats. That's cool. Ooh, and the hidden symbol gives us some spirit on our units. We would want another humorous. Epidermis, if we can find one of those. Do you have a humerus? You do not. Okay. Klansman, a Proud Boy, and ICE agent walk into a bar, and there's still only one person in there. Wait. Alrighty, so what do we got going on here? We've got a guy. If what escape? Are you guys, like, eating ghosts? Don't eat the ghosts, you'll get indigestion. Von Gacy, alright. Highly resists metal. Shit, did we just put on a metal weapon? I think we did. Yeah, highly resists, you ain't kidding. We got palsied. Mewtwo looking a bit different than you remember. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so I guess our special attacks are just like of X impact. They are non-elemental even if we have elemental weapons on, which is helpful. This one has 0 tagged over it. I guess I'll fart around with that in a second after I talk to this dude. Ooh, yes, we get to go first. We get our... I mean, I guess we kind of usually do anyway, but... You know what I'm saying. Or maybe you don't, and that's fine. Lever. The lever. It appears to have done nothing by itself. Well, you see, here's the good part, is that this is a pretty simple puzzle for us to mess with, I think. At least in theory. Because it's only got 8 positions. Okay, so that opened the thing. Oh, that's very helpful. And this encounter looks like a load of dog shit. So... I'm actually doing this just that way I can run. Because, yes. Toggle the switch. See, what if we just turn all of them on? That didn't do it. Okay, so they've got to be all down in order to access that thing. Well, that's interesting. As a choice. Oh, there we go. They will just go, new item, make number go up. Brr. Anyway, are these guys just, like, working with these freaky things hanging around? Is nobody, like, terrified of those? I think there's a problem with the dessert. Serving in less than usual. They're the management. Okay, yeah, it's believable, really. They do kind of look like they'd be management. Come on, Ringdings, use your skills more. Auto battle. Being literal ghouls, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true, too. That's not even the first thing I was thinking of, but... You didn't have anything to say until you had to go for a suck. And you... Yeah, or who's paying you off to say that? No, they're not paying you. They're telling you they will, but... Oh, that's gross. Whoop. It gives us access to the item, but it has made us unable to use the switch. That, like, reset the other lever or something? Doesn't look like it, actually. I should probably remember to heal after this. Wow. As I proceed to not do that. No, that's fine. We're kind of up to our asses in, you know, mediocre potions here, so... Hold up. The switch is now stuck. Well, that's different. Alright, though. But that did open the way to the next room. As I see, we've got two of these managers here to deal with. I mean, on top of that, they're named Von Gacy, so it's like... They are kind of named after a guy who was an infamous serial killer, so, like... They would be the management, wouldn't they? Is what I'm trying to say here. Nice, we gained a level. Entrance reserved for personnel only. Please enter the password. The password is your mom, LOL. I legitimately don't remember anything about a password here, so... Let's see what happens when we enter a wrong password, because... Obviously, it's not... Director's note, watch for type. It is a picture of the manager, so... I was gonna say, what, do I enter the name of the enemy in here? It'd be strange, but, I mean, it could be. That might be the wrong space, technically, because I done derped and switched over to the other page space. Let's just make sure that I'm not doing this the stupid way. Okay, that is weirdly easy. Oh wow, this room is full of cocaine and ghosts. Oh no, it's sugar. Yeah, I used the wrong space. That's so dumb. And by dumb, I mean very funny. I mean, yes, once I knew the basic hint puzzle thing, it wasn't easy before that. You are correct. But get the hell out. Get the hell out of here, ghosties. Oh, and they actually kicked their asses. Wow. I don't know anything about your sugar. Sugar? But they aren't happy to see us, so whatever. What's your deal? Cavalry burn. Light, weakness to smoke. They're unionizing. They got this wrong. I think. Probably. Oh, I see. When it says multiple things, it's area of effect. I gotcha. Well, listen, guys, I wasn't. I didn't want to do that. Come on. What'd you start a fight for?
Meow.
Do those heaps of immaculate, grainy what? Ah, yes, you heard about the cocaine, and you were immediately like, "No, sir, that's sugar." Yes, it apparently is sugar. So, yeah. What else would? Oh well, I mean, it could also be cocaine. I kept joking, but. Flour? Yeah, I mean, it could be salt. Nah, not in this game. There's no salt here, probably. Find the answer. It's in Area 3. Talcum. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of white powders, but let's say how many of them are being kept in, like, warehouses in big piles, but I guess... Okay, you probably wouldn't want to keep them in big piles, but certainly they'd end up in warehouses at some point. Start with the third before trying the last. This is a video game. Sir, relax. Things in a constructive manner. Yep. Okay, so can we find anything else about the sugar? The people don't seem to be in their right mind.
Meow.
They seem... Are they freaking out because of the sugar? Are they all sugar addicts? Which tends to happen to anyone who gets fed too much sugar. Looks at the entire American food supply, basically. This explains so much. But hey, we did get a healing item, so that's handy. There's too much white in your head. There's a joke here to be made, but I'm not going to do it. It's too easy. Ah, whatever. I did basically the same jokes earlier, so never mind. Hey, we gained a level. I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't be fighting these dudes. That just seems like a rude bit of business here. I mean, sure, I'll fight the managers, but like... regular dudes? They don't deserve that. Probably. Is there a place to heal around here? Zachary, did you fuck off? Okay, yeah, there's at least a save point. Yeah, I mean, listen, they just have a... They just have been fed large amounts of sugar by, from every piece of food by their government. Wait. I'm not sure I know where I'm going with this bit, but... they don't deserve it is the important part. Unless that changes at some point. Sometimes when you go to sleep, you're afraid your legs won't be there when you wake up. Well, I'm gonna have that fear too. Thanks a lot, Buster. Ooh, it's not raining. It's down. There's a bunch of like white powder falling down. We are, it looks like, near smokestacks. Is this like ash coming out of the smokestack or something? Is that what they're gonna imply? No, wait, no, that's a joke about Limbo of the Lost. And we get on this snake eater ladder, basically. Damn, that's long. Jump. Ooh, we're gonna die from this, aren't we? Well, good thing I saved recently. Well, basically anything that'd be in there. Pitch 10 add-ons before the timer ends so that the batter does not crash and bloody splat. Touch 3 of them, you die. Alright, so... interesting to throw in a minigame here. Also, somehow I haven't been hit. Despite the fact that it feels like I should have, but I gotta get, like, dead center on these things, huh? The hit detection for the ghosts is, like, way too forgiving, actually. It's kind of silly. I definitely feel like I should have been moited by now. But yeah, oop. Hey, we didn't fall on the spikes. Wait, no, those are piles of gross powder. Are you... sugar in the tube? Are you burning the sugar? Be really weird. Oh, wow, there's a lot of dead people here by this furnace input that's full of blood. Are you burning the dead people? That's kind of gross. Well, I guess that'd be where the ashes come from. God, I made a joke about a thing in Limbo of the Lost. This actually does sort of happen. So Limbo of the Lost is a very infamous adventure game for being monstrously shitty, and also the fact that it stole like all of its assets from various asset stores, or God help you, from various video games. Like, it stole a lot of stuff from Vampire the Masquerade, from I think Half-Life, from Painkiller. It stole so much stuff from Painkiller. But a big thing in particular that I remember about it is that in one of the sections, which is set up like this sort of mystery thing, that there's like a whole evil cult and they're using a demon to steal people's souls for some reason. And they're burning people's bodies in a big furnace. And it makes the entirety of the town look like it's covered in snow all the time, but it turns out that the snow is actually ash. And a lot of people have pointedly called out that, yeah, no, snow and ash are nothing alike whatsoever. So that was what the gag was, and this is just like, this just makes it funnier. And obviously, I'm sure this is supposed to be like an emotional moment, but unfortunately, I always ruin those because I make stupid jokes like this. God, what's wrong with me, guys? Why do you even watch this shit? Anyway, I'm the batter. I jumped down the chimney. Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, can you tell me what's going on here? They're giving me more diagrams from old textbooks. It'll just be Torso Fiend. Disgusting! Oh, dude, if I have to main fucking Shadow Fiend for the rest of my life, I'm gonna never play Dota ever again. Ew. God, I'd rather play only Shadow Demon. Ew. You're in the sugar ovens of Vesper at the north of Zone 3. Yeah, a bit of a callback to the structure of the Zone 1 stuff. Here we burn the corpses of the people who have died, and thanks to an ingenious pipeline system, we turn the vapors into sugar. Well, first of all, that's kind of fucked up, but also, how does that work? Are you guys made of sugar? Well, I guess if they're eating all of it, maybe they... Anyway, the joke here that I'm going to say is something about bone sugar, and I'll let you fill out the rest. Well, hey, I did say, how the fuck does the metal get in the cows? But I guess also, like, if all the soil is made of metal, then that's kind of accumulating the cows like that. But yeah, no, the rest of it is also just kind of like, hey, listen, I live in 21st century America, and the industrialization, industry has made this country into kind of an awful place in a lot of ways. Everything is basically toxic. Sugar, though, is like a weird, different thing. And honestly, like, there's many different kinds of sugar. Then again, pretty much all of our food here, again, corn syrup. Listen, I live in central Illinois. I just did a whole thing where I was like, yeah, telling people stuff like that is probably a bad idea, but listen, I think I haven't made much of a secret of that. It's too late to put that genie back in the bottle. I do kind of live there. There's places where they grow corn, like, less than half an hour away from me. And by grow corn, I mean large fields. You drive past that shit in the fall, and it's like, hey, this... You get to... I used to have to do that to get to uni every day, and so it'd be like, hey, I get to watch as this cycle happens. And by grow corn, I mean they make cocaine, yes. That's right, this is where all your pharmaceuticals come from. Every single one of them is actually made of corn. Sugar is distributed to all of the employees as a reward for the work they provide each day. Oh, well, if it's a thing that all the workers are eating... Well, if this is the 1980s... I guess it's booger sugar then. Wait, no, I keep making those jokes over and over, so... It's a secret element. The fifth element and the most important one. But not one that we get any abilities of, I see. Because without sugar, people wouldn't be able to cope with reality and they'd go mad. Oh, is that the thing? Is that the other guys were facing a sugar deprivation and then suddenly they were going insane? Once again, sort of a weird bit of, like, political commentary in and of itself, because I'm sure that a lot of people are having the idea of not being able to cope with reality and going mad right now, and possibly also using massive amounts of drugs to affect that, but I digress. Who's... No. Director is responsible. Yeah, anything else you can tell me? He's in Area 4, so I guess we're gonna be locked out of that for a minute, ain't we? Just taking a guess. Yeah, we got some... It's a heap of dead people, it sure is. I mean, I guess it could just be disorganized, like, organs and stuff. Yep, so that's a bit of a nightmare. Jump into the pipe, I guess, because that's as close to an out as we have. Here we are. Before we go out here, because there's, like, nothing else to see out here, is there? So, should we go back to Zone 2 and see if we can tell Zachary about this? Will he even be there? Oh! Never mind, he's here. I didn't have to. Oh, hey, is this the same diagram from before? It definitely looks familiar. Figure out... Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Ah. All the better, that will certainly... Oh, he said all the better, pardon me. All right, let's go. Apparently we're allowed because Zachary has a ticket that can take us there. What a helpful individual.
No.
Oh, is it just a wait or obstacle in the way? Impossible to continue moving forward.
No.
I think they're onto us, dude. Yeah, you're not much of a combatant type, are you? I'm not going there. Alright. Okay, so there's just a dude we have to interact with, I guess. Hey, you. What are you doing on the tracks, anyway? Man, look at this guy's face. He is a mess. Ooh. Oh, wow. He must be not completely burned because we can still see his head. His attack just goes help. Yeah, he's not doing well. What can you tell me about that? Critical burned. Light weakness to plastic. Well, unfortunately, my dude, I don't know how to help you, so I think we just have to put this guy out of his misery. I mean, some might consider that a form of help, but unfortunately, the game doesn't allow us to do anything. And I mean, we kind of understand at this point that the batter is not really being the nicest guy, and that is due in no small part to having revisited a purified zone. You wouldn't necessarily think to do that, but I am a buffoon, so I did. Oh, the sound is changing, dude. I think it's because his HPs are going down. That's kind of creepy. What if he turns into, like, a serious boss after that? Nope. He did not. Yeah, I know, just beat him to death with a bat in the subway. You know, what a normal thing to do. Yeah, I mean, this is just a dude, and we just beat the living crap out of him, you know, no other option. Like, man, life here is not great for nobody, but the batter is definitely kind of a crummy dude, to put it nicely. He is not the hero of this story, I don't think. Okay, yeah, I sort of expected that, but I wasn't sure if we get dialogue beforehand. Oh, the mic set. Sorry it took so long to hear. That's fine, Alan. Dude, you've got a life and everything to, you know, nobody's making you... I'm not here making you watch my streams. And if I was, I'd probably have to find something a little bit better than a mic. However, I am glad to hear that you like it. I was a little bit nervosa about the old microphone setup here, but yes, thank you. I hope you're doing well, by the way. And of course, I did catch you streaming the end of that Earthbound MSU earlier today. That was pretty fun to watch. I absolutely 100% enjoyed what News Fedora, I believe was the fella's name, right? Did with the soundtrack. Again, asterisk here that there probably are other members of that crew involved. If I missed any of them, I apologize, but I do not know their names, you know, their usernames, their call signs, as it were, off the top of my head. And yeah, ultimately it does sort of make me feel a little bit like, oh, am I falling victim to the fallacy, TM, of pinning everything on the one name that anybody knows? Like, you know, any sort of anything about Kingdom Hearts is Tetsuya Nomura. Anything about Metal Gear is Hideo Kojima. And now anything about the Earthbound Hip Hop MSU is News Fedora. So, I apologize for your shoulders, champ. You're going to be carrying a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. Ooh. That's quite expensive, that Aura of Clairvoyance, but it's given us a little bit more power, so I will not complain. Take that Humorous Epidermis, and 4 Colors of Strength. Ooh, our cash is running down a little bit here, so... Oh, yeah. Oh, right, I have that switch symbol. Is this any good? I guess who needs it the most? Well, Epsilon clearly needs it the most, but we'll outfit everybody else here real quick. Because obviously Epsilon is the lowest level out of our 3 hula hoops, so that, I suppose, is bound to happen. God, this music, though, this is nuts. This really did suddenly change into, like, this nasty industrial noise, which, I mean, hey, I vibe with it. I think it's a cool choice. It's interesting to see something like this in a game. It's different. I mean, obviously, it's not a you know, a great hook like Pepper Steak was, but it's a completely different type of angle that it's going for. So, what do you expect? Did we check all these doors? I was gonna say, which ones did we miss out on? It must have been this one. Oh, yeesh. What a look for this fellow. Let's no, I wanted to go into skill. Sorry, I want to go safe second base that guy. And is this the guy with the, like, weird heads? I know, right? Using I. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom of my inventory, isn't it? Yeesh. Yeah, pastel burn, like we can smoke. Has a crazy amount of HP. Yeah, take out the ads while we have them up there. Oh, okay, if it's going to auto-target the ad for me, that makes things a little bit easier, actually. I see. Okay, actually, a bit of a spoiler alert here. I have heard about this. Unfortunately, I did try to avoid a lot of the real gameplay spoilers, but sometimes you just stumble into them a little bit. It's not like I was openly looking for, you know, what's the solution to any of this. But hey, when you try to read about, like, what's the deal with this guy? Did I miss any of the lore? You'll run into stuff like this. Like, one thing that I missed out on, at least I believe that it's a piece of information that I missed. There we go. It might actually be a thing further up, but it seemed like it was, he assumed I wouldn't mind. I mean, listen, to be fair, at this point, I kind of understand and accept that the batter is a bit of a monster, which is why I haven't fed him those stat buffs. So, I suppose on some level, yes. Like, go ahead and tell me about how horrible everything, you know. You can tell me literally everything, and, I mean, honestly, even if it's not real, I'll believe you, but... Yeah, as always, this is a very spoiler-friendly web zone, at least for me. I do not mind being spoiled on certain, like, anything, really. Oh, are we poisoned and furious at the same time, and that's why our alpha ring is taking so much damage, because I don't remember, like, bleeding out while furious before, so... That did seem quite unusual, although, yeah, the pastel burn had a pretty interesting design there, that, like, angry lizard-looking fella. What's this thing? Oh, it's a thing I'll deal with in a moment, because it appears to be a bit of a password of some description, judging by the fact that it said enter your password. But I wanted to heal. And I'm just going to assume that nobody here is going to tell me a password. That door opened into a brick wall. That's funny, actually. It's just a clever phishing scam. I can believe it at this point. Ah, here we go. A real room, but... a real room that is empty. Desk goes through... huh. Alright. So is this going to be how we can read the paper? Important clues to note. Thank you, game. As it's this pattern of 4 X's. Zachary, the batter, the judge, and the director, as we've... We haven't really seen the phrase "the director" very much, I don't think. So, I mean, clearly there is one, but so we're making a note of that pattern for us. The color scheme also with that other page with the controller did sort of altogether make me think 90s video game advertisement a little bit. Why don't we finish exploring this hallway first? Clearly there's more stuff here. A Friday has been found. It's chest that was underneath us. Okay, so what's that do for us? Protects against mute and blind. So we'll put that on you. What's this one do? Oh, it protects us from crits. Gotcha. Alright, fine. Let's fight this guy. It was a close-up of the wall. Oh, and the wall outside the Rayman ad bathroom. Oh, God. The fucking Rayman ad. Oh, boy. God, if my YouTube channel was the type where I could still have a video of just, like... here's some horrible, stupid advertisements. Maybe I gotta make those videos and have them be like, okay, we're putting them on Patreon. And then I'll have to figure out a way to mail them out to people who only sub to me on Twitch. I guess I could put them unlisted on YouTube. You think Rayman's piece of... oh, yes. Rayman's disembodied dick. Yeah, I think that... I've got a feeling that if you were to ask somebody at what's the company? Ubisoft? Yeah, if you were to ask somebody at Ubisoft, they would, whenever they got around to answering you, they would absolutely be like, yeah, Rayman has a disembodied floating dick, absolutely. But on the other hand, I'm not sure how many like people from Ubisoft I want to ask about just about anything, because I mean, listen, I think we all kind of know about, unfortunately, Ubisoft's corporate culture. So I don't know that I want to encourage them on certain levels here. So, and yes, I have decided to go whole hog here into fighting everybody. We're role-playing as the batter, at least on this side. Yeah, sorry, that must have been a bit of a Freudian moment there, saying whole hog. Oops. Thank you, Alan. Good jokes. Things I'm glad we can make happen. This. Well, shit. Now I feel like I gotta put Rayman on your list of games to stream, Alan. Probably Rayman 2, because I've never played very many other Rayman games. I've played part of the first of the Rayman reboots, which was like, it wasn't Rayman Legends, it was the other one. I don't recall what it was called offhand, but I played a very small amount of it. I'm actually slightly confused as to what the exact puzzle here is. Well, now I've got to do that, right? Right. Left, right. And then the A and B are not exactly start. Oh. Oh, we can do this level of things. It's two left rights, right? The Konami code? Well, apparently that doesn't work, so. Because those four buttons definitely do not correspond. I mean, I could put in what they are on a SNES controller, because I do remember that that's B and that's A. But they had different things that were marked on them where, yeah, the top button was Zachary, the bottom button was the director, over here was the batter, and this one was the judge. I feel like I clearly only have one part of the puzzle. Did we finish our, okay, yeah, we did not finish our killing spree over here, so I wanted to auto that. That one's an easy fight that we've seen before. It's almost the old podcast. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, unfortunate. I just killed the game. What the fuck? I think the game just... I did something to crash the game. That was a... Huh, that's weird. That's the only time I've ever had a... Has anybody else ever had this game crash? Well, I'm in debug mode now. I mean, that would make things easier. How many murders are we back here? Okay, only one, it appears. Well, let's try to have that not happen this time. Well, that was not a crash this time. Thank goodness. So, what else did I fail to find out of the puzzle? Because I found that essential hint that looked like part of an old 90s game ad, like we said before. Maybe I can go talk to Zachary. He might know something. I know, this is Shop Zachary. Not the one that I'm looking for. Selling crap. I was looking for Cat Zachary, but he might not even be available at this juncture. Well, we'll have to just explore the rest of this hallway here and see if I missed something. Yeah, see, this is where we shoved the desk into the other room to be able to read the poster, which is funny. Oh, we still got some dudes in here, so we still got some free experience that requires, like, 0 effort. Check that one that opens up to a brick wall. Do you have anything to say about that? No? Hmm. We don't have an item we can use here, do we? It'd be very weird if it was unprompted. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. It's a good picture, though. Oh, right. We forgot about this part. So, anything useful here? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here's Cat Zach. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, sure. What do you got for me? Open your lug holes. In the games folder, there's a file named README. Name is not innocent. I recommend you read it assiduously. All right. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. They hid the puzzle solution in the README file. Well, I mean, hey, it's a pretty simple type of fourth wall break. You know, kind of reminds me a little bit of the thing from Star Tropics, which I'm sure you guys all know what that is. I apologize. I'm shit at explaining things properly. So back in the day when you bought a copy of Star Tropics, it came with a copy of an in-game letter in like physical paper. And you had to actually put the letter in water in order to reveal invisible ink. And that gave you a puzzle solution. They also had a picture of it in the ending, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it sort of reminds me of that a little bit on some level. Down, left, up, right. Z, J. For that, we'll go this way, I guess. Go the long way. B. 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 Start. Yeah, because it also had the thing listed on the back of the case in MGS, right? Yeah, there's been a couple of puzzles like that throughout the history of video games. So, hey, nice to see a time-honored tradition there. Note from management, you shouldn't be here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't, but that won't stop me. Ah, I see. They're getting a little bit more, like, frantically placed, too. They are sort of selling this area as being a little bit creepy. So is this just that the keypad is upside down? And perhaps inverted, so I guess rotated 180 degrees. Well, that's a weirdly simple puzzle. Surely we're about to have a bad time. Wow, okay. Listen, Knuckle Chuts. I see you over there with the Kipo. Yeah, save. Ooh, this is a weird zigzaggy pattern. You know, we still don't know anything about the Big Chief here, do we? What is this, like his mini golf putting green that he keeps in his office for some reason? Ooh, that's a big boy. Ooh, who are you? I bet it rumbles the walls a little bit. Came to purify you, Mr. Director. Purify? But that's nonsense. Nothing justifies this drastic choice. The Queen sent me. Oh? Gonna make you expiate your sins. Now, the horrible factory is the zone over, you fool. Your fortress of bliss, bulwark again. We've seen a couple of them, but they were hanging out with all the burnt, so... You still don't understand why the dead don't disappear. Well, that's strange. I mean, they are ghosts, so... That would sort of make sense, but... We seem to be dealing with them okay-ish. He is... Enoch? No, I know this name. It's Enoch. This is, out of all of the other names, the only one that I'm, like, at all familiar with for any reason. I actually first encountered the name Enoch. It's one of those weird biblical names that one of the very few that I think you actually see in, like, you know, use by English-speaking people outside of biblical things. I actually first came across it because when I was a teenager, and this is a little bit embarrassing, maybe, I went on a Tool fan forum for a while, and a lot of people on there, unsurprisingly, talk way too much about, like, weird conspiracy theories and, like, related off the, you know, oddball religious sort of thing. So you had a bunch of people who were like, oh, well, this track has some sort of secret message that's related to the language of Enochian. And it's like, in retrospect, man, people are fucking goofballs. Anyhow, shaping the energy sent by the Queen Mother into a solid context. Living engine of Zone 3. Trust us to create places of life for the men. So is that why after we killed the big bird in Zone 2 that it turned out like that? Is because a lot of that stuff was lost? I see. Like I said, we definitely are not, like, good dudes by practically any stretch of the imagination. Oh, look at how his sprite is off-screen. That's fun. Anyway, let's do some auto here. And you can see we ain't doing a damn thing damage-wise here. Even with our level, that feels pretty good. Damn, he's monstrous. I'm an exceptional individual. Ooh, ouch. Okay, so don't auto anymore. Now we just book it. Damn, this fatso is beefier than expected. This fatso. I've heard that at least, you know, some other translations have had the batter referred to him as a lard ass. Which, I mean, after Deadan dropping a C-bomb, I'm surprised that we don't have that in our retinue here, but yeah. Oh, they're giving us some fun music here. Turning it up a little bit on my end so that way I can hear it better. I might have to pause for a moment just to give it a bit of a listen. Oh. Wow, okay, so it kicked me all the way down here. So do I have to reset through this whole section each time? No, apparently. So we can't go back up. Do we just have to... I guess we just have to go outside, huh? Okay. I thought we would have to survive through that whole sequence or something. Oh, that side's blocked off. And this side is looking kind of purificated. So why only this end, and why did it happen at all? Because we haven't defeated Enoch yet. Is this just because... It's not just because I killed everyone, right? Yeah, I guess it would count, but... then everybody else in this building has bit the big one too, so... And yeah, we can't go into the door that was openable earlier now that that zone is purified. Whoa! Jesus! Did he get bigger? I think he did. Lousy pipsqueak, cold water eel. I had to slide my body full of adipose substances across the pipes of my domain. So is he look larger because he's like all being stuck out of a small aperture? Hopes and dreams like a sugar cube is devoured with delight. Poor fool, you tired yourself out, exhausting your strength without taking your feeble endurance into consideration. My duty is now within the reach of my clairvoyant hand. Ah, yes, so surely we're able to fight him now. Behold the absurdity of this situation. Nice, changed visuals. I like the way this is all set up a little differently. The game over is nigh, batter. All right, let's fucking go. What do you got? 8 grand. Heavy weakness to metal, mildly resists meat. Well, ultimately, I suppose that kind of makes sense on some level. Fury, Folly, and Madness for that one. So, drop his defense. He's weakest to metal. That's just multi-hits, right? Just make sure. Okay, yeah. How does Special Home Run do for damage? So he does have 8k to, you know, be wary of attack-wise. HP-wise, rather. So he's gonna take no small amount of time. It seems like doing Run with Courage is gonna be our better damage option there. This will be a fight that's kind of long, probably, but not necessarily super difficult. I'm certainly hoping, anyway. Oh, that was a lot of damage. And he did inflict the Fury on us. Probably remove that. Refill that one a little bit. No, don't. Can't flee from him now. Ouchie. That's a little rude. And there he goes. All right. Still not a very hard fight. A couple of moments that were a little bit worrying. That poison status always feels a little bit strong. But that's fine. Oh, and there goes his body, and his head's just sitting there. Thus the hero has destroyed the beast. But do you even realize what you just did? This zone, deprived of its guardian, is now destined to disappear. And all the men who live within, whether they deserve it or not, will fall into the nothingness without hope of return. Yeah, we kind of factored that part out a little bit. This zone is now pure, so I guess it joins the rest of that other section over there. Yeah, we should probably save, because we've made progress, you know. Now, the room is not open yet, or it's still red. So perhaps it's not... So perhaps it is open, but not yet? I don't know. Anyway, I believe we should probably have a look around some of these zones anyway. And see if we can find anything. Found an inspiration. I still haven't used one of those. I keep forgetting about them. Because the fights are so straightforward. Oh, whatever. I'm sure we'll be safe, especially walking down the tracks. Everything will be fine. Right? Surely. And I'm not expecting to see a whole lot, but maybe there'll be an item. There probably was a place that was blocked off by a guy earlier that this is made available to us. Which, I mean, that's a hell of a lot of work to go through in order to get one item, but hey. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before, but I don't know if I could have gone back there at the time. There's a new fortune ticket in that chest. It's rather odd. Ooh. Oh! Oh boy, what are you? Aside from a little bit more detailed graphically. Secretary. They have a light weakness to plastic and they have 800 HP a pop. Upsetting is what... Yeah, they sure are. You ain't wrong about that, to be fair. Apparently it's a classic wrestler. I would not have been able to pick that out. Because I don't know much about the wrestling, so... Well, still, if they only have 800 HP a pop, these aren't, like, hard enemies. They're just slightly sturdier. Although, I mean, definitely, what an eerie atmosphere we're getting here, right? Man, oh man. Nothing doing with that lamp. Found another inspiration. Okay, check the area before we go upstairs. Rest of the area, rather. That's where the save point is. Alright, let's try to keep this as clear as possible here. It's just a singleton. We can do this with a minimum of strategy. We can just let the auto fight do it. They're not giving a ton of money, but I don't expect there to be a lot to pick up in the future here. Yeah, strength puzzle. So far, that was pretty easy. So the rest of this does not look very hard either. Well, here's a return box. I see the problem here. I guess this is a bit one way. I'll have to warp back at some point to go through here, I guess. Well, so much for my assertion that this looked easy. That's what I get for saying shit. Ah, okay. I gotcha. That's not hard then, thank goodness. No. I'm sorry, I thought I had the attack thing selected, and I was like, no, I want to get out of that. Yeah, exactly. And also, I didn't think that it would reset the puzzle behind me. You know? This is golden flesh. Yeah, the elevator is completely shot. Well, I mean, fair enough, I guess. I mean, listen. Yeah, the tram is stopped. I don't think this thing works, does it? Hey, the posters still exist? Maybe they do, but the batter just doesn't think they're interesting. 10 eyes have been found. Oh, alright then. Let's get a recharge. I guess we can save here too. That didn't summon a duck there. Alright, anything about the pedalo? There it is. And so let's go check the area. Yeah, the puzzle solution is gone. Fair enough. And we found some more meat. Here's a passageway that looks completely unfamiliar. Oh. Can't do anything there. Grand final. And a Monday. Well, we got some accessories and stuff. There's a warp point there, but I want to go and take a look at the rest of the zone. And see if there's anything else left in that one last little area we didn't look at. And then I guess we got to reset to get that one chest. Because honestly, why not, right? So is this... What's this going to be like? The puzzle is probably going to be non-functional now, right? Oh, the puzzle still works, I guess. Does it do anything, or is it just... I'm sure it's... Whatever, go and take our way out. We got the item, the grand item. Let's take a look at it. Say anything? A bizarre object associated with plastic. Yeah, see, again, I do know something that you do with this. But only one thing. And I will show that off. Is part of getting an ending. You stop that. Oh, hey, Zachary. Yeah, you haven't seen the cat lately? Expiration. So... Oh yeah, it matches inspiration. Gotcha. Lewis bat. Symbol. So is that what we have already? This aura of tenacity. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to sell some stuff actually in order to have money now, shockingly enough. Because those guys are not worth a ton of cash. I have 10k, but like everything costs a chunk, you know? Yeah, had, exactly. All right, hey, I've got stuff for you. Apparently buffs the other things. Oops. I could use that as a stopgap in case I didn't have enough for these things. Well, we'll see how that does for us. I gotta say, this is not quite the game I was expecting to ever feel any reason to like grind in. It's worth a fair chunk of cash. I actually have been using those so little I might go and sell them later for purposes of being able to just have more money. Yeah, the Taio tunic is worse for us. Lewis bat. We grab that. And then we will need to get 4 of the auras. I'll probably also want another conceited symbol, huh? Yeah, with how easy this has been so far. Granted, I don't know how much of that is on the back of my having maxed out everything here. Sell a couple of those. I don't really need all these eyeballs, but they're not worth much. Are these worth anything to you? Do I really want to give those away at this point, though? Is that a good idea? That seems like a bad idea. Sell that bat. Are these worth anything? Not so much. Well, we can at least start off by buying 2 of those. And start equipping these. Sell the aura. That'll have to do for now, because I don't have enough for the other ones. But, yeah, we're going to check around this area again after I save. I was going to say, yeah, now that I have the grand finale, I should be able to go and see this anime girl who's in a room with a swan pattern on the floor. So scary. Oh, she's on way too much sugar, I see. She's making little emoticons at us, like she's, Susie, I think was her name, from Killer 7. With a huge duck. I mean, ducks are kind of scary, so. Yes, here we go. Here's our, like, one of our hidden... This is our only hidden super boss, I guess, in this version of the game. And even then, I don't know how well hidden this is. But yes, I've also seen that there's a certain strategy we can use here where she's very vulnerable to poison. I don't know if we'll be able to see if the effect... Okay, no, we can see that she's poisoned. Yeah, the programmer fucked up here with this and forgot to make her immune to poison. So, literally at this point, we can actually just kind of do nothing and just let her time out if we wish. Yeah, see, monstrously easy, but again, it's due to a programming error. She wasn't meant to be weak to poison. And we get an item for it, and we get the magical home run attack. Neat. And she died in a very not great way. Say goodbye to Zachary for me. Oh, man. Well, isn't that just gut-wrenching? Well, Zachary, I have some unfortunate news. He doesn't laugh. Guess it's better that way. He's just kind of sad now. Yep. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Off. Our main character is going to ruin everything by the end of this game and has already gotten 99% of the way there. Call her a failure. That might be fucking well right. Also, that was even easier than I had assumed. Like, sheesh. I'll take a look around here as well. We didn't see anything, but maybe it doesn't unlock until later. But we got the Grand Chocolatier, which is a bizarre object associated with sugar. I'm assuming that we need all of these grand objects to be able to access the room, because they're all associated with the 5 elements. But I am not necessarily certain of that. So don't, like, take anything that I say is anywhere remotely near gospel on this game. I know it's small amount of stuff from, like, just having fumbled into it, basically. On just the level of, like, okay, did I miss lore? Do I have interesting things to talk about? And you can see where that's led. And even all the posters are blank, too. That's kind of bleak. Here we are in the maze again. Nothing is around anymore, but there are still... Well, there's some new chests, it looks like. I just have to make sure I figure out how to get there, because I barely knew my way around this place in the first place. And now, with no posters or anything to read, it's made even worse. We got ourselves an Aura of Grandeur. Well, that's quite an old piece of gear, actually. Although, man, also, I guess Deadan wasn't kidding when he said that Zone 1 was nothing without him, huh? Okay, so what do we got going on with this fellow? Secretary. Again, weak to plastic. And has 1500 HP this time. Buddy, I hope you're worth a little bit more money and experience for that. It's the least you could do. It's honestly the most you could do, but I digress. Yeah, 900 experience and 250 credits. Plus they drop healing items, so that's neat. Now, hold on a second. Is this the only... is that the only door that's left? Is the one that takes us backwards? Trying to piece this together in my head, and it feels like that is the only door that's here anymore. What about this way? Yeah, this goes up to the cat advertisement. The face has been removed from it. Found a color of sadness. Yeah, and that door's gone, so surely this whole area must be donezo, right? I'm going to assume that to be the case. Are we allowed back in here? No, it's not even... It doesn't even exist anymore. Fair enough. I didn't think so, but... Yeah. Yeah, none of these dudes are here. Oh gosh, that's a big fucking group. Oh, yeah, down to the last one, so that skill was probably useless, but whatever. We have plenty of SP, it's fine. We don't gotta worry about that! Wow! And it's just blank pages. I mean, that's about what I expected, but I wanted to see if it had an interesting message. And there was nothing special in that message, that's for sure. Alright. Auto fight, this is just a singleton, so the amount of thinking that's involved here is even less than usual for me. Hell yeah. Love it when that happens. I love not thinking. Wait. Yeah, actually, that's kind of true. Just let it rip. Forget it, we'll let this auto fight as well. Bit of a search around here, see if there's anything to see here, and God, they're really putting out the large groups here quite a bit. Dang, it's slightly irritating. Okay, I was gonna say, is that actually just... Yeah, I want to leave from this fight, actually, because it's getting to be a bit of a problem, a bit annoying. I'll just skip out on the rest of these if I can, because, yeah. I was gonna say, where's the healing point? has to be around here somewhere. We got a vengeful symbol. That is unusual. I'm hearing the cat noises. I'm ready to be upset. Hey, dude. Someone I used to know. I have some very, very bad news about your brother. But also, it does seem a bit like we missed out on something here somewhere. I think, but... Anything you see in Zone 3? Let's have a quick look. I assume that we can't really access most of the area because of the lack of tram service now. We can still scan around in here and see if there's any items. Color of Strength. Yeah, we already have a lot of that gear, I think. I guess it doesn't surprise me that we're finding old gear in some of these chests because you can access these at any point. And I guess you might have some trouble with the secretaries. Oh, ye gods, how strong are these ones? These guys are going to be quite beefy, aren't they? 2,600. Ooh. I don't really like that, but we'll still auto battle through them anyway. I definitely got a skill there for one of these. What was it? Which one was it? Oh, hey, we got Long String. That's right. We did get Magical Home Run for that, so that's our heavy attack. You have... Ooh, Gaussian Blur. That's a new move. Attack, siphoning the adversary's SP. That's pretty neat. Cubist Tragedy. There we go. Yeah, so that's our very hard-hitting AoE. A lot of SP cost on it, but that's fine. It's a high damage area of effect. It probably would be, wouldn't it? Okay, so what's the back of this long bridge? Is this place. Right. How strong is that? A little hard to see, but it's 1254 for Magical Home Run. That's pretty good. That's what we like to call lots of fucking damage. And yet, ultimately, not enough. Oh well. Can't be surprised by that. Okay, yeah, so we're down to the last one, so just smash it out, everybody. They're worth a pretty good chunk of experience and money, though, so that's good. That eases things up quite a bit for us. And yeah, in the back of the sugar room. Oh, no, there's an item there. Get that before we leave. A tibia epidermis. That is completely new, and yet it's weaker than what we have. Huh. Okay, yeah, so they've got the passages because we can't take the tramways. Right, that's sensible. Although, yeah, the Zone 3 secretary has definitely sapped the fuck out of your points. I suppose it is to be expected, but still. God, such a long ladder. Yeah, jump down. This time we don't have to worry about the minigame, thankfully. Anything in here? Nope. Get in the tram. Well, we can take it to 3 question marks, apparently. Yeah, this just appears to be where Enoch's zone was. I'm going to assume that there's not a whole lot we can do here, but just gotta check anyway. That one is closed instead of locked. But yeah, scour the area just to make sure there's no chest, no grand item or anything like that. I definitely seem to have missed one of them. Or at least I would assume I did, because I didn't get one in Zone 2. I don't know, man. Somehow I'm halfway expecting him to be back here, somehow. It's off here in a big white wasteland. No, I heard the door slam behind me. I wasn't sure if it was, like, shut or something. It's a good thing we saved, because we may have to just basically wipe to get back. don't think there's any limits to this place. Oh, no, it brought me back here, so it's a loop. So not really unlimited, but sort of feigning it a little bit. Well, at this point, I don't know what else I can really do, except that I can go to the room, and we can go and round this out, I guess. Or at least see if it'll let us in there, because the text is still red, so my brain's like, oh, that means we're not allowed. But I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Yep. What do you got for us? Well, you got a save point right away. And some very creepy ambiance. Let's see if we can finish this tonight. Fire Drake, how you doing, buddy? We're in sort of the last part here. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like one of those posters that we've seen before. It's February Sunday 11th, apparently. Not that one. No. But... Ooh, somebody's been through here and arranged these into a bit of a smiley face. I think there's something a little bit, like, creepier to that choice than making it, like, a get out or something. Like this place very much. Thankfully, Daddy is here. The day we played together, he offered me a comic. He told me I was sick, so I'm taking tablets. Man, once again, I said before, sort of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass vibes a little bit, but... I don't know. It just sort of feels like that. Ooh, so are we up against this big group of these guys? Is this in fact like... Yeah, it's a huge cluster of bears here, huh? I was gonna say, where was my... And unfortunately, we got silenced as soon as I went to go cast a spell off of Epsilon. Which, I mean, that should just... I was gonna say, it should clear them instantly. Not quite. But it did a nice chunk. So at least there's that. I know, we made the whoever is doing this quite sad. I don't like these tablets. Yeah, I can't imagine as much. Ooh, geez, this is looking... Well, it's definitely looking a lot different. I like how the battle time is sort of in scribbly font over there. Alright, what can you tell me about what we're dealing with? Heavy weakness to plastic. Tragedy, and just clear these things out afterwards. After we've dealt a nice big area of effect damage there. I think it's nice outside. Yeah, you probably are seeing the like purified area there, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, see, there's a lot of enemies per fight, but that's fine. We have area of effect attacks that admittedly could probably stand to do more damage, but that's fine. These aren't really hard, and we have plenty of SP recovery items if I ever decide to use them. I just will probably not do so. Oh, so go backwards instead, and it'll... Daddy told me we'll go playing outside tomorrow. Yeah, once again, not making me beat any of the Jimmy allegations here. So back up we go. Chapter 4. I had 3 friends. Yeah, see, we've got this fairly patterned thing here with the... all of these. Yeah, this June 3rd poster. Again, seeing these posters again from Chapter 1. Door is open, you don't say. Ooh, this is weird. Hey, you there, come over here. What do you got, buddy? You gonna eat me? Go search for someone? Don't know. So I guess we're sort of getting a little bit of backstory here, somewhat, because we did sort of get a little info about the one guy. Oh, hey, here's Deadan. So the other bird was not the one that we saw before. Yeah, I know that there's that big guy in a hole. Glad to see you, my boy. Bitten by a cow, huh? It's been 9 o'clock for a while. What are you doing here? Man, I am not completely sure what's going on here, but... find a thing. I'd like to know what day it is. It's been today for a while. Thank you, Brack. Oh yeah, there was a calendar in here, or a calendar page anyway. Yeah, June 3rd. All right. So I guess we go give that to Deadan. And we'll be happy about that, hopefully. Mother. Oh, so he must see us as, I'm assuming, the kid, right? Again, I'm kind of drawing some assumptions here. Once again, this feels like weirdly like this sort of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mask kind of situation. Where, for those of you who don't know that game, that, yeah, it was about a child with cancer, basically, who was sort of imagining a bunch of things because he couldn't live, so... It was kind of like, it was really sad, but also very, very odd in some ways, especially like this kind of way. Let's unequip that, because I would rather have that on that guy, and... Wait a second. No, I gave that to the wrong person. That. Have the Wednesday, you take the Monday. All right, here, have the book, buddy. Yeah, definitely not the same bird. So, while we've seen Dead End and Enoch, so we've seen 2 of the 3 Masters of the Zones. I don't know if we've technically seen the 3rd. You know, art style, direction changing, I guess. A Saturday. Do we have one of those equipped on somebody? Equipment that increases agility. I like what we've got for now, because I like those protection effects. That's right, he wanted us to go here. Hey, there's everybody. Yeah, so again, these must have been the friends of that kid that we saw earlier. In that case, right? Country that will be ours. A future where each one of us is the guardian of a universal happiness. Each man will have a job. Partake in me. Be able to dream every instant of a happier life, where our sons can touch this hope of ours. Man. Like, they all were trying to do good things. But we sorta made things not so great, didn't we? Mommy? Yeah, this is... Daddy is gone. So it's not that his mom died, I guess, huh? Follow. World. Small bird told me he would show me the sky and clouds. And why are they being represented by the 3 rings? And then the batter? So I guess maybe we are, again, sort of perceiving these things in an off way here. Off way. It took me to the title screen. That's funny. Alright. How many saves are there? Only 3? Okay. What a weird panel. That's something weird. Whoa, hey. Come back to that in a second. March 18th. On up here. What day is it today? Sunday the 18th of March. Neat, we got a mysterious symbol. What else have you got going on? You can no longer play this game until tomorrow. Anything else going on here? Which station can we find the metal in the Bovine's bellies? That was Pentel. I do remember that. We got an Aura of Might. One of these books cannot be read at the library. Yeah, I think I remember something about worm children. Tales and Legends, obviously, were there of various kind. And ES's writings, I believe, were there as well. So there definitely were no directions. I recall that. Anything that was direction-ish was written on the outside of the library. And what the devil are these things? Infernal Specters. Light weakness to meat, mildly resists metal. Which is our... Okay, yeah, so we're on you. It's meat, right? Assuming so, judging by that level of damage out. Yes, I did go back to the purified zones. I think I missed a few things from them, but I did absolutely do at least somewhat of a scan. I didn't need to use that move. Whoops. But yes, I did go back to those locations. And I did find, at bare minimum, the item that allowed us to fight the sugar boss. The extra boss. The one that is weak to poison for some reason. And yeah, this is a case of look very closely at these characters. It's Von Gacy. I recall that one. And we got ourselves a bloody symbol. So let's go ahead and outfit our fellas here. We'll give you that one because that's strongest. What's the 8th color? Cannot be unequipped. Huh, that's weird. Well, you go ahead and carry that then, I guess. That one will carry the mysterious symbol because it deals the most attacking effects. Did we check all these rooms? I think we did. Oh. Hey, look at this. This goofily proportioned ghost. Obese Spectre. Light weakness to smoke. Palsy from one of them. I think we used the correct one there. Actually, no, I can just put these. I could do auto battle, but it'll be fine. Thing that I missed. Oh yeah, there was. Okay. Oh, this will be a pain in the ass for me actually, but it's got to be a hint, right? So I'm screen capping that real quick. And he even says he gets the feeling it's important. Okay, so give me a sec to go and open paint so that way I can have this sitting in the back for when I need it. Just let this one auto battle itself. No, I was expecting that to go on longer. I apologize. I did look away for a moment. So it makes the screen flicker. Can we go and save real quick? Heal? Yeah, there we go. Back into this save file, that's right. And right, this is that room on the date and stuff. Hey, you. Big guy. Tell me a random number, huh? 8, 9, 4, 6. This is... Okay, then, so... Ah, I see. So it's only mapping to our movements. I was like, are you sure that none of this is some sort of like D-pad? It turns out it's as simple as just do that in order to golf ball the thing into the golf hole. 3, 7, 5, 5. You can't see it very well, but yeah, 3, 7, 5, 5. Here, do you have anything for 3755? No, apparently. Alright, well, I guess it'll be used for something else then. Alright. So... Oh, these are just like weird background level things, huh? Oh, this is all kinds of like... Actually from Whispering. The cage replacing the bedroom there. Ooh, alright. So... pull up that design again. Have a look. Because... yeah, some of these look like that leaf that's pointing to... leaves that are pointing to the right. So I guess what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to try just press all the things that are appropriate to what we have on the diagram first. See if that does anything for us. Yeah, and it gives us 5865. Alright, 5865. Right, I'm reading that correctly? Yes. Okay. Had to realign all my windows real quick. Save. I don't need to save so often, but it's a weird habit. Let's try and ask that guy about the thing real quick. Hey, how do you feel about the number 5865? Hey, we got the Sagittarius card. Nice. The music in that hallway kind of reminds me of something from a piece from Hypnospace Outlaw, and I'd sort of like expect it to open up into something a little more in a moment, but I don't think so. Anyway. Yeah, last save, I think, is the last place we have here. Alright, so 3755 has remained not useful, so surely there's got to be a place for it, right? Here we've got the upside down thing going on here, which is a little bit weird. I went the wrong way here, didn't I? Yeah, because we came in from the top, right? Oh, I'll find out in a second. No, I'm dumb. It's fine. Oh, I see. So it flips over as we go. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got this going on again. It's another one of these inputs. Try 3755 here. Otherwise, I don't know where else we could. See if that did anything for us. Well, we didn't flip over this time, so yeah. And that's it. That's out of Chapter 3. Today, Daddy gifted me a comic. I'd like us to go play outside. I hate this place. I'm sure that Mummy will come to pick me up. Let's go and save. And see what's up with Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Boxer's Adventures with 2 X's. Oh, the sigil is here, but it's not as gross anymore. That's interesting. It's an old comic. Yeah, let's take a look. Panic in Ballville. Oh, so it's like we've changed, huh? We're Boxer now, huh? A beautiful day. Ballville is at peace today. Hope nothing comes to spoil this magical blue, this radiant sky. Oh, look at this guy. Ball man, there he is. Not accounting for my evil genius and my new invention, the clone machine. Also, I kidnapped your girlfriend. Oh, maybe this is not such a good day. Rid Ballville of Ballman's villainous clones, quick. Nope. Oh, they're on the right side this time. Wow, look at our stats, dude. We are in so much better shape. Let me read our skills here. Box, punch, punch, kick. Cover HP, attacks multiple enemies with the bomb. Alright, so... Excuse me, duly noted. I guess dodge these guys better because the fights will get probably a little bit tedious, right? Although I do sort of appreciate that Boxer has this look of being like a... like, kind of aged. Yeah, look at how strong that bomb skill is. That is good stuff. This is pretty cool. I like this. I mean, it's very simplistic, but I do like they decided to give a little bit of a story basically where you're playing as somebody different. It's the end for you, vigilante of my ass. What a phrase. Vigilante of my ass. Yeah. That makes total sense, buddy. But we got a ton of guys, so 8 at once. We're going to be sitting here waiting for a bit, but we can just bomb them all into oblivion and get ourselves some more healing items that we don't particularly need, as far as I know. If it's going to end like this, I'll fight like I always have. This is really stupid. Yeah, you're stupid. Batter guy. Today, Mummy finally came to pick me up. We're up near the end here. The finale is at hand, my friend. I think what floats behind you is the ultimate save point. Perhaps it would be wise to inscribe your story on it one last time. Or going through that door and facing the queen. Alright, what do you got for us, my man? Any new gear? Got a new bat? We've got some new epidermises. We got 3 of those Color of Oblivion. 2 Defiant Symbol, and I suppose we will just have to go without the Aura of Insanity. You said something, and I will have to reread that in a moment, won't I? Sell the rest of this. See if we'll be able to afford any of the last small amount of upgrades that are available to us. The answer is probably no, but see in a moment. Oh, don't need the luck tickets. We've got plenty of those. Okay, right. The last things we needed were the Auras of Insanity. And I did it again. I forgot to... Well, we're going to have to go in... I guess we can go in there one last time for old time's sake. Vis vincit qui se vincit in Victoria. So... Alright, my Latin's a little bit rusty. But I believe that's twice victorious. He who succeeds in okay, so that's it. Okay, I'm trying to piece this together here. I believe that's something like he who overcomes himself in victory overcomes twice. Or succeeds twice, I guess would be more along the lines there. Which is quite interesting. It's sort of like obliquely, vaguely referring to the fact that that there are extra endings. And I'm going to make an extra save file for reasons of I don't think I need to, but just because... Because I think the ending branches here. We don't get to save again, do we? I'm assuming not, based on the fact that Zachary said... He conquers twice, who conquers himself when he is... Yes, thank you. That's much better. I fucked that all kinds of up. I apologize, but I think I at least got the meaning because I said the thing about, like, fighting yourself. The first thing she said was, "Here you are at last, batter." What an oddly, like, cut face image. It looks a little bit funny. It's the wait bin for your arrival. But your path has been vain. You shall only cause embarrassment here. Go home. Never losing his icy cool, the batter answered, "That is what I did. It is in this cradle that my father lives. The guardians have fallen. You are queen of a kingdom that is no longer." Surprised, by no means disconcerted, she then asked him, why destroy the country that I had rebuilt? The answer was simple. You were never down here to do such a thing. Your role was to take care of him, and you failed in your task. And by your fault, I must now finish my holy mission. Continuing the monotone dialogue that has begun between them, despite the batter's attacks, the queen explained her facts as follows. I only did all this for him. I desire only my child's happiness. By dint of preparing the birthday party, we forgot whom it was for. This last reply finished flaking the queen's patience. You spoiled the carnival, Batter. I shall not allow you to lay a hand on the son that brought us into the world. Today, you will fall. Oh, there's a little bit of animation to the battle sprite. I like that. So let's see what we're faced with here. Fourth boss, Vader Elaha. Oh, she's got some ads of her own too. I see. Hold up. I'm bad at juggling the buttons. I apologize, and I suddenly became even worse. So target... Yeah, okay, that is targeting her. Get some more AoE in here. And go mostly straight for the middle. Was beginning misspelled there? I apologize, it went a little fast. Oh, well, we cleared that out pretty fast, so now we just gotta clean up the ads. Which, I mean, at this point, I can just auto-battle for these, really. Do your thing, game. You can hash this out on your own, probably. And we've done it. And we got a nice chunk of experience for it that we don't need at this point, but why not, really? That was very irresponsible on your behalf, Batter. Perhaps a little. I made a big cake for this evening's party. You want coffee, my love? Queen of the Flies, it is time to join your disciples. Nothing worked. We must forget it all and dream sweet dreams. Look, he has your eyes. His are full of fear. So I guess... Well, yeah, obviously it's alluding to the idea that this child is the child of the queen and the batter, so... Perhaps it's like this idea of someone in a... you know, paralleling something a little more real of, like, the father suddenly acquired a certain religiousness. But I could be wrong. It could just be a rather bizarre story where the batter is here to literally go attack a coughing baby. Does this make us a hydrogen bomb? Let's see what the stats look like. 2000, highly resists meat. Well, I suppose the best we can say here is we should try to make this go as fast as possible. Because it's horrible. As I still kind of fuck up a little bit on some of the inputs. Well. I'm afraid of the dark. From now on, there will be no more darkness. as the zone is purified. But of course, again, it seems like the batter just literally murdered this child with a baseball bat. So that's nice and horrible. Wow. I love RPG Maker games. I don't think I can recommend this to Plastic Allen as much as I, would love to see more people check this out. I think this would be kind of upsetting for him. To think I placed in you the blindest of trusts, the sturdiest of hopes, the sincerest of faith. It can be well said that I was misled to the bone. But it is rather the one beyond the cat's eye that is the real traitor. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is that, like, he dropped Omori, as far as I understand, because of it being, like, upsetting. At least that's what I heard from Lears. Which, granted, I, like, super duper understand. There were some parts of Omori that I was like, I'd like to not, but I think that most of that was, like, I was kind of furious about the one girl who was a real shithead kind of getting maybe let a little bit off the hook. So I don't remember 100% about a lot of that, but yeah. What have you done, Delia? It is the dense fog of the plot line your excuse to kill wife and child? You have not purified this place. You destroyed it, eradicated it. You have plunged it into an immaculate nothingness. It's better that way. I should not have lent you my hand. I should have, since the opening of the play, detected the black flame consuming your soul. I like this, again, as I do like the idea of games where you play as the bad guy, and it gets shown to you later. Spec Ops: The Line is probably the one that people know the best that's like that, but here's another example of it that predates that by 5 years. Join me. Expiate with me the sins which we are guilty of by preventing this monster from completing his work. Do not do that. I need you to purify this world. Now it is time to make your final useless verdict. So we can take the official end or the special end. You know what? I feel like getting both of these, but we are going to go with the judge first. This choice, though pathetically futile, was, I think, the right one. And now, batter, taste our revanchist thirst for pointless justice. Revanchist, that's a good word. Oh man, get a load of this. What a look this fellow has, and the three, like, no longer as neat rings, I think that's cool. Decreasing defense, inflicting mute, decreasing... Yeah. I'm just gonna go straight in for, like, heavy beats. And see if we can get away with that. Although, perhaps this might actually be, like, a thing that involves a challenge. Do we keep our items? I didn't get to see that. Yeah, there he is, the awful duck man. So the idea has been said that Mortis Ghost put forward this idea that no, the batter doesn't transform as a result of choosing to fight against him. It's just that this is a matter of perception, that now you're choosing to see him as a monster now that you've seen what he does. Can I get unpalsied, please? Or did I just get, like, is this an unwinnable battle? Which, I mean, is a distinct possibility, but it is certainly looking like it, or I have bad luck. But yeah, no, the idea of, like, he doesn't look any different. You just perceive him this way. So it's possible that he always looked like this weird, horrible monster. Escaping from your purpose is impossible. So I guess we take control again. The switch is now title drop. Ta-da! You did it! So I guess perhaps that, like, maybe he always looked like that in the first place. and your brain just sort of, the idea is supposed to be you believe he's a hero because you're playing as him, until the very moment when it turns out that he is obviously not a hero. Which, I mean, really kind of helped a lot. Happened a lot earlier, but the batter won. We got paralyzed and just absolutely steamrolled. So, that said, I will see about going back in and just fold against the judge, because I believe the idea is that if you lose the fight, you get the other ending, which is actually kind of neat. I do like that. That's a pretty cool idea. Oh yeah, I forgot to look up I forgot to scan the kid. His name is Hugo. So, yeah, that is mostly off. Not all of it. It's most of it. I think it's a pretty interesting game dealing with a lot of the idea of perception and what is heroism and all the things like that. Oh, hey, he even thanks Suda51 in there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Mortis Ghost has spoken before and said that Killer 7 was a particular inspiration on Off. Surprisingly enough, not Earthbound, though. Like, a lot of people have kind of factored it into being this sort of Earthbound-like game, and it's sort of being like the prototype, I guess, of a lot of the quirky Earthbound-inspired indie RPG that you have nowadays. That sort of... the hell was that pronunciation? That sort of subgenre. Interestingly, though, Mortis Ghost had never played Earthbound before this point. And I suppose that actually makes a hell of a lot of sense when you consider the fact that Earthbound didn't come out in Europe until, like, way later. It was a thing that I don't think existed until, well, one of the eShop releases, but I forget which. Anyway, let's go ahead and go back through these bosses. Let's die to the judge so that way we can see the judge side of the ending. But yeah, very much a game that I heartily recommend if you're the sort of person who is okay with a little bit of having your heart broken and your guts wrenched and a little bit of more sort of metafiction and things that involve you asking questions about certain ideas and, you know, what the nature of being a hero, etc., are. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves one extra ending here. There is a hidden ending, by the way, and it is obtained by getting all 5 of the grand items, as they're referred to. I believe we got 3 of them. I think one of them you have to not give up the music box for, but I'm not sure about that. I don't actually know where the others are off the top of my head. I'm just taking a guess on that one. But yeah, that ending, I have seen that before too, where it turns out that like a bunch of space apes show up and they're like, oh yeah, we, you know, all set up. Again, sort of playing off the idea of like really out there sort of nonsensical endings. It's a bit of a gag ending, but I mean, perhaps for all I know, in the technical greater universe, assuming that any such, you know, deeper lore exists, it might have some sort of meaning in there, but regardless, yeah, my main point here is that I think Off is a pretty good game. It's very interesting. I am glad that Fangamer made a remaster of it, and I hope that Mortis Ghost makes a lot of money off of it. You know? I'm sure that he won't, but I would like there to be at least something, you know? I think he deserves it. You know? See how far left I did like have other stuff on the screen, so I haven't been paying attention to the fight because I've already seen it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much more there was. Well, the ads got killed first, so that's interesting. The auto battle favoring a little bit less of an aggressive choice on some ways. I mean, still highly aggressive, obviously, but didn't just kill the main guy right away, so. That's a bit of a surprise. Alright, well, I heard the music end, so that means adversary's purified, so we get to skip through all this dialogue, however much is left of it again. And now we get to go become the hydrogen bomb to this coughing baby. So ultimately, I'm not sure if this is as much of a Jimmy and the pulsating mass sequence as it seems. But also, the other vibe that I'm getting now is this sort of visualization of, like, the things that you create from your own imagination coming to destroy you. Which is a very interesting and kind of disturbing thing to think about for other reasons. Not just the part where, you know, horrible things happen here, but yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up because, yeah. A lot of dialogue here. Alright, now just click attack and we'll just let the fight run itself out, you know? I may be here for a minute because the judge seems to have the level of AI that every other enemy in this game does, which is to say, not great. Not smart. But yeah, most of the battles are, to be fair, kind of vestigial, really. This is much more of a story-oriented game, which is fair. I think that there's plenty of place for stuff like that. And I don't dislike that, so... Unfortunately, it does sort of lead to things like this, not going as fast as you'd want them to, so... Yep. I'm gonna mute the mic for a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got up to go use the facilities, and I see that the batter has died, but apparently the cat has stopped operating because, I guess his part of the AI doesn't think to kill off the dudes. Oh god, are we soft locked now? And I can't show you this other ending without, getting through the RNG gate of the other boss. Well, that's a little bit dismal. Can we attack ourselves? No, fortunately. If I try hitting you, will that provoke you into getting angry? The answer is also no. Well, I guess he did what I did, is he just sort of ran down the middle. Well... Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Look the other endings up on YouTube? Yeah, I mean, it's still a cool game, but it is like... Well, yeah, it's just... I was trying to lose this one because it would trigger the judge ending, was my hope. But, yeah, so much for that. Yeah. I tried, everybody. Oh, well. Yeah, still a cool game despite this, but yeah, that's slightly unfortunate. Like I said, I guess you'll just have to look up the endings elsewhere. Tomorrow we'll start a new game or something. I don't know yet. Figure it out then.